is way deeper than, oh, well, you had a good show, the Super Bowl. It's deeper than that. There's levels to this shit.
The layout of the performance was a game. Samuel Jackson kept telling Kendrick, or asking Kendrick, do you know, or are you sure you know how to play the game?
No, 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 no! Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up!
Are you playing the game? This is another reference to Kendrick's whole career being inside the industry, and everything's playing out, right? But Uncle Sam is saying, do you know how to play the game to the revolutionary black boy? This is the scene that they're creating, right? And by the way, Uncle Sam's black, Samuel Jackson. Everything is turned from white America to black America now, right? So he says, do you know how to play the game? On the field, you see the X, the square, the circle, and the triangle, which emulates a PlayStation controller. This is how you play the game with the PlayStation controller, right? Every song that Kendrick did up there was a direct shot to Drake. He was talking to Drake directly. The song list went GNX, Squabble Up, Humble, DNA, and each verse was directly talking to Drake. Humble, self-explanatory. Basically telling Drake be humble. DNA, referencing back to the souls and spirits, is in his DNA. In his DNA, he letting Drake know that he is the real deal. Drake is the outsider. He's not like us, who is us, US, United States, America, us. They're not like us. See, now you see why Lil Wayne could not have been in that slot at all. Period. It's just impossible for that to have been a thing, right? Okay, so after Humble, DNA, then you had Euphoria, which is another direct shot at Drake for sure. After Euphoria, there was Man at the Garden, and then Peekaboo, which was super dope to me because he again put the Bay Area on the map. He had the hyphy dudes in there. That was super, super dope. I really felt that. And then it went to Luther with SZA. This is another direct shot at Drake because Drake had did some songs with SZA, and that's SZA's fault. I mean, that's Drake. I mean, that's Kendrick's fault. So he like, nah, this is my girl. We rocking, we smashing. Then she does All the Stars. All the Stars was a dope song from the Black Panther soundtrack. Again, you got to remember, it's not a coincidence. Black Panther, Revolution. This is not a coincidence. Playing the song, it brings back the memories of that Black Panther movie. Everyone was hyped up. Black Panther, deep, deep down in your subconscious mind, is a revolutionary movement, right? Again, you got the Chadwick Boseman factor. And then after All the Stars, he goes into Not Like Us. Again, us, US, not like us. We're here. Everyone else is not like us. You know, and then it goes into TV Off, right? So again, this is another direct shot at Drake, and the whole crowd saying A minor had to make Drake throw up in his mouth. Absolutely. The mustard coming out, mustard on a beat for the turn his TV off was just, it was just a murder blow to Drake. It's done. They show the game buttons again: triangle, square, X, circle. They light up again, and then all the lights go off because he's saying turn his TV off. So when you turn somebody's TV off, it's a dome shot. You know what I'm saying? It's like an old hood saying. Turn his TV off, right? It's a dome shot. So at the end of the verse, the lights go off because they turned the TV off, and then the crowd says game over. Basically, the game he's playing with Drake is done. There's nothing else to do. The whole time he was talking directly to Drake, there's nothing you could do. Diabolically, Kendrick dismantled him. It was a masterclass in battle. No one is a better battle rapper than Kendrick Lamar, hands down. All right, but that's just a review of the performance. But again, what is the significance of all the Black America stuff? It's because they're trying to incite a race war, like they have been, and this is going to be the button to activate the subconscious buttons in people's minds.
Kanye West, another version of the savior, because remember, Kanye West was a Christ-like figure as well, with Jesus Walks and his whole little thing that he came out with, right? In 2005, he was with the George Bush doesn't care about black people, right? Right after the Katrina event, right? So 20 years ago, damn near to the T, right? So I'm just saying, you have to understand how these things are woven into your psyche, right? So you can see the zeitgeist of the entire picture.
Appearance, Kanye has been vocal on X, identifying as a Nazi, promoting a Yeezy t-shirt design with a swastika, denouncing the Me Too movement, and reigniting his controversial comments on slavery. On February 9th,
my heart goes out to you.
With the so-called manifesto filled with vile words about African Americans and Jews.
We have a black kid expressing white supremacist ideas. Have you ever seen that before?
This wouldn't be the first time.
So again, there's a fabric of events that gets thrown in your face, right? And they happen and they affect your psyche and they embed themselves deep within your psyche, and you don't realize that these events or these symbols are there until they're activated or until your memory is being regressed, and then it comes to the forefront of your mind. Ironically enough, another Captain America movie that came out in the year 2016 was called Civil War. Ironically enough, this same year, they were still killing black folks in the streets. Alton Sterling was killed, ironically enough, in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, ironically enough. Ironically enough, this was the year that President Trump was elected the first term, ironically enough. Hence, going into the new Captain America movie, Brave New World, ironically enough, we are coming into a whole new paradigm with this new election or with this new president run with Donald Trump in 2024. Or now, I mean, you know, well, he was elected in 2024, but now it's 2025. So I'm just saying these things are more than coincidences, you see. So either we're dealing with a group of people who have a very intricate way of designing the fabric of reality, or we're living in a manipulated timeline where they can adjust things to have a certain type of outcome. Either way, very far from a coincidence. And if you know how to read the ones and zeros in the matrix, it's way more than what you want to call or deem a conspiracy theory. Come on.
Martial law or something to that effect. Because remember, we always thought martial law was going to happen. Remember 2012, remember all this stuff, remember the pandemic, all this stuff was tickling the idea of martial law, right? Well, one day it's going to happen. You see, they've already activated the military to carry out new orders. These are new orders. When President Trump signs an executive order, that's a new order. See, new world order. You see, everything that we've been talking about is happening, but we're acting like it's not. We're forgetting. We're talking about everything is a conspiracy. You know, everything's a conspiracy theory. Nah. Everything that we've been talking about for the last 10 years is happening. Everything. From UFOs to martial law. You think it ain't happening? You acting like it's not happening, but it's happening. Oh, it's happening. Oh, the camera cut off, so I gotta bring it back. The powers that be always set up situations to where you need an answer because they already have the answer ready to go. And if you really think about it, it being the 20-year anniversary of the Katrina catastrophe where the levees broke, and some say or speculate that the levees were blown up, and you would ask yourself, well, why would the powers that be blow up the levees? Well, you blow up the levees so you could introduce another new order. This is where FEMA came in at. And if you want to take it further than that, when 9/11 happened, some say that was, a contrived conspiracy, right? And after 9/11 happened, we got the NSA. So as you can see, every time that there's a major event to where there has to be some type of intervention by the GOV, there's always a new set of orders that come into play. So if we do have some type of civil unrest, civil war, right, or whatever the case is, because the military is already activated, right? They're already activated with the deportation thing, right? So if we do have some type of Latino population out of control, black population out of control, Caucasian population out of control, what's their name? Riot Boys, Quiet Boys, whatever their name is, QAnon, whoever, all these weird fools. You're going to have to activate the military on the people, and that's going to cause another situation. And to solve all of that, bring in the robots. I'm just saying.
The Optimus robots will walk among you. Please be nice to the Optimus robots.
On my behalf, to not promote fear. This is no reason to go into a state of fear. This isn't gloom and doom. I'm always on the more positive side of things, but I'm always on the real side of things as well, because it's a double-edged sword, balances everything. So it all boils down to preparation. How prepared are you to go into the next step? Are you preparing your children? Are you bullshitting with your children? Are you telling them about Santa Claus? Is Santa Claus real to them? You better snap out of that. All that old Negro goofy. There's no excuse to be uninformed anymore. If you're still waiting for someone to tell you what's right and wrong, you're programmed. If you're waiting for someone to tell you what good and bad is, you're programmed. Someone dictating to you how you should make your income, you're programmed. You are indoctrined. You are institutionalized. So institutionalized doesn't only mean a prison. You know, schools are institutions too. So again, get on your ones and twos. All right. So, yeah, I love y'all. I'll tap in.